Imagine you had such a power that you could control anyone, your boss, a close friend, or even a total stranger. It may sound like magic, but it is actually rooted in the darker side of human psychology. Today, you will discover 5 powerful psychological tricks often used by influential people. Use them wisely, because once you learn these methods, you will begin seeing through people. Trick number 1, the illusion of choice. Why do people often say no to direct requests? Because they want to feel in control. The trick is to offer options where both outcomes still benefit you. For example, if you want a friend to go out with you, instead of asking, "Do you want to go out?" you might say, "Should we grab Pizza Hut or Domino's?" They feel like they are making the decision, but in reality, you already shaped the outcome. They are simply choosing within the limits you created. Companies, politicians, and leaders rely on this tactic constantly. Trick number 2, the yes ladder. If you want someone to agree to a major request, you don't begin with the biggest ask. You start with small commitments. Suppose you are aiming for a promotion. Rather than immediately saying, "I want a promotion," you first ask smaller questions like, "Can I sit in on the next client meeting to learn more?" Then later, "Could I take responsibility for part of this project?" After that, "May I attend the leadership workshop?" Over time, your boss becomes accustomed to agreeing with you. Eventually, when you finally ask, "Given my contributions, could I be considered for a promotion?" saying no feels far less natural. That gradual progression is the strength of the yes ladder. Trick number 3, the guilt trap. Human beings are often motivated more by emotion than by logic, and guilt is one of the strongest emotional triggers. Imagine wanting to borrow someone's car. Instead of directly asking, "Can I use your car?" you might say, "Remember when I helped you out with that $200 last month? I just need a small favor now." Suddenly, their emotions take over. Instead of analyzing the request logically, they feel obligated to return the favor, making them more likely to hand over the keys. Trick number 4, planting false memories. When a statement is repeated often enough, people can begin accepting it as truth. This tactic is frequently used in politics and public messaging. You'll hear claims like, "We lifted thousands out of poverty," or "We created thousands of jobs during the worst economic period," even when the facts are questionable. Repetition, combined with emotion and vivid details, causes people's minds to build convincing narratives. Human beings naturally connect with stories, even when those stories aren't entirely true. Trick number 5, the power of silence. Sometimes, the greatest influence comes not from speaking, but from staying quiet. If you want someone to reveal the truth, you might calmly say, "I already know everything," and then remain silent. The tension grows, and many people rush to fill the silence by talking more than they intended. The same principle can work in negotiations. You could say, "The 30% discount applies here, correct?" and then simply wait. Silence creates discomfort, and many people will agree just to relieve the pressure. These tactics aren't supernatural, they're reflections of human behavior and psychology. They can be used to persuade, to protect yourself, or to better understand how influence works. But they should never be used to manipulate or harm others. Once you understand the way people think, you gain insight into how their actions can be shaped. The responsibility for using that knowledge wisely is yours.